Hi, my name is Shannon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Emma, for being here. We'll be doing some spinal mobility and heart opening today. So find yourself on a mat. You can be kneeling or sitting cross-legged, but we'll take these opening moments just to breathe. Right, if it feels available to you, close down the eyes. Palms can be face up on the lap. You might do a few shoulder rolls. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Reaching the crown of the head tall. And aligning your shoulders over your hips. Tuning in to the breath. Noticing the weight of your body. The support of the earth. Landing in this space. Opening your awareness to any sounds around you. And the feeling of air on your skin. Lengthen the breath. Follow the breath all the way out and all the way in. Noticing the space between the breath. You hang out in that space between exhale and inhale. That moment between inhale and exhale. Imagining any thoughts you might have that keep vying for attention. Imagining those thoughts flying around your head as if part of a cloud. And as you breathe, can you breathe those thoughts back into the brain? Like you're putting files away in a filing cabinet. Gently saying, I don't need this right now. I'm choosing to focus on my body, on my breath. Get in contact with my spirit in this moment. Breathing the thoughts back in. Knowing you can open them up whenever you need them. You don't need them now. We'll slowly start to blink open the eyes and stay connected with your breath, with your body. And we'll bring our palms on the top of our knees. You can also bring them on your knees if you're cross-legged. We're just going to pull our belly forward and lift the heart up. You can gaze up at the ceiling, let the head drop back, elongate the front of the throat. Wait for your exhale, and then we'll round through the spine, tucking the pelvis, rounding forward, chin to chest. Inhale to pull the heart through, lift the heart up, chin up. Your exhale cues you to round through the spine, round forward in the shoulders. Keep going, a few more rounds. Moving to the music of your own breath. One more round. Coming to a neutral spine. So if you're cross-legged, you can switch the opposite leg on top. And if you're kneeling like I am, it will just tuck the toes. Now we stretch the bottoms of the feet. Our hands will stay on the top of our knees, and we're going to shorten the left side of the body and lengthen the right side of the body. So we're kind of crunched over. From here, we're going to pull the belly forward. You're taking the belly button around a golf ball, and we'll crunch in the right side, lengthening in the left side. You can let your head come over to the right. And then we'll round through the spine. Going over to the right, crunching in the left, pulling the belly forward, letting the head rock back. And crunching in the right side, lengthening in the left, and we round. So one more round. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. You might imagine that belly button going around the golf ball. Working into the mobility of where our spine is at today. Going slow. Breath filling spaces that you feel physical sensation. Last one. Neutral spine. We'll come onto our knees. Those can be untucked, and we're going to be standing on top of the knees. All right, and I'll face this way so you have a side view. Nice. Toes are untucked. I want us to bring our hands to our hips. And if you have your hands out in front of you, it's like you're holding a bowl of soup. Right? If you tilt the bowl forward, the soup pours out. Right? You'll see the belly button spills forward, and we have a bend in the upper back and the lower spine. And then if we pour the soup backwards, right, we tuck the pelvis. Right, so I want you to try that, pouring the soup forward, lifting the heart, maybe lifting the chin, and tucking the pelvis, pouring the soup backwards, tucking the chin. Just do that a few times. We'll release our hands from our hips, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Right, we'll pour the soup forward and bend in the elbows, open the heart. Right, so our tailbone flares back. And then inhale, tuck the pelvis, and we'll take our hands forward and slowly lean back. Right, so we're pressing the hips forward, engaging the quads. Inhale up. Exhale, bend in the elbows, pour the soup forward. Breathe in, reach up, tuck the pelvis, and we serve a platter in front of us. Just one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, serve the platter. Nice. Inhale to reach up. All right, we'll take our seat to meet our heels, and we'll take that right hand back behind us. If you want to rotate, it might be easier. All right, we'll take our right hand, our left hand back behind us, right hand to the sky. Press into the knees to lift the hips. You can do some circles with that right hand. Okay, so I'm mirroring you. Right hand circling. And we'll circle in the other direction, reaching all the way through the fingertips, pressing the knees down and forward into the earth. And we'll lower the hips, now taking right hand back behind us, left arm sweeping up, hips lifting up, and finding those circles with the shoulder. You can even circle out through the wrists. And circling in the other direction. Last one. And the hips will lower. We'll bring our hands in front of us and again, tuck the toes. Our big toes are touching here. And we're slowly gonna bring some weight onto the toes. So much so that we press our hands into the earth and lift the knees. From here, can you bring the knees together and hover the hands off the earth? And we'll play with sending the knees towards the earth and leaning the heart back. Right, see if you can hover the knees just barely off the ground. And how far can you lean back? Nice. And then come back through center. We'll bring our hands together in front of us. Take the knees wide and then reach the hands through the legs, rounding in the spine. Inhale to come up. Knees come together, hands out to either side. And we take the knees forward and lean the heart back. Yeah, if you want some more stability, feel free to touch the earth behind you. Okay, we'll come to balance on the toes. Again, reach the hands forward, round through the spine, chin to chest. From here, bring the hands onto the earth. Rock the weight into the hands. And we straighten the legs, take the hips up and back, and step back to a downward facing dog. Feel free to move around in the dog, taking hips side to side. Nodding the head, yes. Maybe taking the jaw side to side. And we'll bring our big toes to touch and spread out in the hands so you have a wider base. Come up high onto the tippy toes, and we're going to articulate the spine all the way forward. First, rounding at the low vertebrae, mid back, and upper back. Okay, once you come to the high plank, let your hips take you all the way back, downward facing dog. We'll do that 2 more times, rolling forward. How slow can you go? Okay, we'll meet in that high plank. From our high plank, we're slowly going to push back to downward dog, but we're going to articulate in the spine. So rounding first in the upper back, middle back, lower back, down dog. Come forward to high plank, lead with your heart, flat back. And then we articulate through the spine, rounding in the upper back, mid back, lower back, going in reverse. 1 more. Heart forward, high plank, round upper back, mid back, lower back. Go ahead and walk your feet to your hands and take your time, stepping 1 foot and then the other, getting just a few inches closer with every step. Eventually our feet will be hips width distance, and you can tell hips width distance by putting the fists of your hands together and placing them directly between the big toes. Let the legs be loose, right? A big bend in the legs. And we allow the lower back to decompress in our forward fold. Then may you stay in your fold. I'll come behind you. Right, her tailbone is reaching up to the sky. And Emma, I want you to try bringing your weight into your heels. Nice. And then bring your weight all the way into your toes. And back into your heels. Forward into your toes. And then into your right foot. And your left foot. Sort of play around. Go in a circle. And a nice little wiggle. Breathing all the way up the spine. Pretend like you have a 1,000-pound crown on your head, pulling your head to the earth. So we'll start to roll up, first rounding at the lower back, and then stacking the vertebra. Mid back, upper back. Go ahead and do a shoulder roll, bringing the shoulders up by the ears and then back and down. Bring the shoulder blades together and create space between the shoulders and the ears, reaching the crown of the head to the sky. We'll reach all the way up. Breathe in, gaze at the hands, and we'll interlace our hands and bring them behind the head. I want us to weigh our head into our hands so that our elbows reach up to the sky. You should feel a nice stretch in the triceps. Nice. Right, from here, can you close the ribs? Yes. You'll see naturally the pelvis tucked as well. Starting with the head, we'll roll all the way down, first tucking the chin, by keeping the hands behind the head. And then rounding in the upper back, mid back, lower back, all the way to a fold. Right, in your fold, can you squeeze the temples with the forearm and gently tug the head down to the earth? I'll invite you to take a deep sigh out on the next exhale. Right, we'll reverse, rolling all the way up, pressing into the feet, rounding through low back, mid back, upper back, and then leaning the head all the way back. Right, heavy in the hands, stretching the triceps. Take the elbows out to the side and try lifting the shoulders up by the ears and then dropping them down the back. Right, can you lean back even more? Come back all the way to stand. Release the hands. Close the eyes, hands alongside the body, and tune in to the sensations inside. Tune in to the space between the breath. Staying connected inside, we'll slowly open the eyes. Now I want us to plant our left foot at the top left corner of the mat, and we'll take our right leg back behind us, so it'll be opposite for us. And we're gonna bring the knife edge of the back foot onto the earth, so we're in warrior one legs. Hands to the hips again. Let's pull left hip back, right hip forward. So we're squaring our hips towards the front of the mat. And let's pour the soup back. Right, so we're tucking the pelvis slightly. And let's bring the hands behind the lower back. You can interlace the fingers, or you can grab opposite elbows here. All right, do what feels best for you. As we open the heart, maybe you can lean back, maybe even look up. Wait for your exhale to dive the heart inside the left leg. Humble warrior. The hands can fall in front of the head towards the top of the mat. Can you sink your weight down through the left heel and release any gripping in the toes? We'll release the hands and bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder and our left arm to the sky. We pivot on our back toes, and you can gaze up at that left thumb. Here, can you zip your inner thighs together? So again, pulling left hip back, right hip forward, inner thighs engaging, and bring some weight into the left foot. Get lighter in the right hand, And we'll just start to lift all the way up. Gazing at that front thumb. I'll challenge you to switch your gaze to the back thumb. Let left hand travel down right leg as we lift right hand up. Exhale, lower right hand to the earth. Our left hand is going to come to left knee. Okay, so our knee is going to stay tracking over this ankle. I want us to get so light in these back toes, and we're going to try to tap our ankles together, our back ankle to the top ankle. It looks like this. Nice, and then reach the foot back. So let's try that on the exhale, tapping back ankle to front. 3 more. All right, this time both hands will come to the top edge of your mat and we'll lift that back leg for a standing splits. Right leg reaching high. And slowly lower right foot to the earth. And we'll roll to stand. Take your time. Doing our best to regulate our breath and direct our attention back to here, back to now. Shifting your weight onto right foot now and taking left leg back behind us. Warrior one legs. If it helps you to square the hips, pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Slowly tucking the pelvis, sinking the weight through front heel. Find your interlace at the low back. You may choose to interlace the opposite side on top. And we open the heart and the breath in. Maybe you can gaze up. Next inhale dives you forward, humble warrior. Right, can you tuck the chin and lengthen the back of the neck? Can you hug right hip in and sink the weight through right heel? A dynamic move will release the hands, bring left hand underneath left shoulder, and come up onto our left tippy toes. So we pivot the heel to the sky and reach right arm up. And you gaze at that top thumb. Start to shift the weight into right foot and get lighter in left hand. Right, squeeze the inner thighs as you lift up. Twisted crescent. You got this, Emma. Right, she's high on her back toes. This back quad is engaged. And she's bringing her shoulder blades together while relaxing her shoulders down the back. Look how much energy she has coming out of the fingertips. Go ahead and reverse. Right, the next exhale brings us left hand to the ground, right hand to right knee. And we try that ankle tap on the exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Let's do 3 more. Right, doing our best not to use momentum. Go ahead, hands plant in front, and we lift for a standing split. Lowering left leg. And rolling up to stand. Let's bring our big toes to touch. And let's come up onto our tippy toes so the heels lift, the calves engage. And we're squeezing ankles together, squeezing knees together, inner thighs together. Find a spot in front of you or on the earth that's not moving. Still the gaze, and still the mind. Direct the breath to your inner energy centers. We're going to do our best to keep our shoulders over our hips and our hips over our knees, or our hips over our ankles as we bend our knees forward. Okay, so we stay erect in the torso. We're bending the knees as we lower our hips to our heels. As soon as it gets hard, hang out in that space. Enjoy the shaking. You got it. Lowering for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and set the knees on the earth. And we're back standing on our knees like we were in the beginning of practice. Here I'll invite you this time to keep the toes tucked. And we're going to be warming up for a camel pose. Our fingertips are going to face our glutes. So the heels of the hands on the lower back. And you find just a gentle tuck of the pelvis. It's not overly done, right? It's just this tiny, subtle tuck. And let's squeeze the elbows back and together. Shoulder blades kissing. Okay. Slowly lean back. You may even switch your gaze up. This is our warm-up round. Only go as far as feels right. And then first we lead with the heart, and then we tuck the chin and come up. So we'll go into full camel. That option we just did is perfectly great, especially if you have a sensitive lower back. Okay, if you're especially bendy, you can bring one hand or both to the ankles. And we open the heart. You can even let the head rock back. First, leading with the heart on the breath in to come up. And then tucking the chin. And untucking the toes. Coming to sit on our heels. Take your hands to either side of you and we'll take the glutes off to one side and extend the feet forward. Okay, we'll bring the big toes to touch and we'll sit our root, right, our tailbone into the earth to lift the heart up. We'll reach the arms all the way up. And as if someone has a heart string and is pulling it towards the feet, right, leading with the chest, flat back, go as far as you can before we round in the spine. Your hands can come anywhere they fall on the legs. And we'll just take a few rounds of breath here, undulating through the spine. On the breath in, it's a little halfway lift. And on the breath out, it's a long fold. 2 more. Slowly walking the hands up the legs and bending the legs. And we'll slowly rock onto our back. Again, doing our best to articulate the spine one vertebra at a time. Using the core. And gather your heels in so that you can tickle them with your fingertips. Bringing the shoulder blades underneath the back, wiggling the heart open. Press down into the feet to lift the hips up, bridge pose. And find your breath. Can you send power down into the earth to lift up higher? Can you release any gripping in the feet, in the hands, any tension in the front of the neck? And then we'll come up onto our tippy toes, the heels lift, And we roll the spine down one vertebra at a time. It's so good for our spine, bringing new blood, nutrients to our main energy channel. And when your heels find the earth, we'll find one more bridge pose, lifting up. Come up high on the tippy toes and lower down. Right, let's bring the heels of our hands to the tops of our thighs. Right, so spread in the hands. And what we're gonna do here is decompress our lower back. So we press into the heels of our hands. Your arms are moving towards straight, right, to press our hips away from us. You should feel a bit of space in the lower back. And slowly release that pressure. Okay, we'll do one more back bend. You have the bridges as we've been doing. If you'd like to try a wheel pose, the fingertips face the shoulders, right? Palms of the ground, palms of the hand on the earth, on either sides of the shoulders. You press into the feet, lift the hips, and then press into the hands to lift the belly up. Whichever version is great. Making sure all 10 toes are facing towards the front of the mat. Beautiful. Deep, full breaths here. Being really careful as you lower down from wheel to tuck the chin and gently set the shoulders on the mat. Go ahead and bring left knee into chest, extend right leg long. Just noticing your mind space. Breathing in any thoughts you don't need right now. And we'll switch the legs, right knee into chest, left leg long. And then both knees into chest. We'll connect the soles of our feet and we'll interlace our hands around the knife edge of the feet, so the outer edge of the feet. Let the knees go wide and let the hips get heavy towards the earth. Okay, the arms stay straight. See how far we can let the feet drop to the earth while keeping this interlace around the feet. And you release any tension in the throat and between the eyebrows. You'll notice there may be a space between your lower back and the earth. Now let's eliminate that space. So press the lower back into the earth and let's show the soles of the feet to the sky for a happy baby. You may choose to wiggle the feet, rock side to side, as if you don't have a care in the world. Maybe even extend one leg and then the other, just playing. And then we'll again connect the soles of the feet and lower our leg apparatus to the earth, keeping the knees wide. Supta Konasana. Hands can be on the inner thighs or the lower belly, whatever feels best for you. I'll invite you to close the eyes. resting to the tempo of your breath. And slowly bring the hands to the outer thighs to close the knees. And we'll extend the legs long for Shavasana. Palms can be face up on either side of you or on the belly. Integrating this practice into the spirit. Breathing the thoughts back into the mind, if any pop up. Breathing the mind back onto the body. And breathing the body back onto the earth. Noticing the breath. The weight of the body. Knowing that you have the choice always to rest longer in this shape. Slowly wiggling the fingers and the toes. Reaching the arms up above the head. And we rock onto one side, bending in the knees. Connecting with your heartbeat and the earth. And gently pushing up to a seat. You may choose to close the eyes as we close this practice, bringing our palms together in front of the heart center. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows for clarity of thought. And the thumbs to the lips for clarity of speech. And the thumbs to the heart for clarity of action. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, Emma, for being here. Thank you for practicing, for carving out this time for yourself. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.